Hi Aquarius, my sun sign brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aquarius, this is for you. But remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to give these a shuffle. And if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and you want some of this Rafi love, give me a follow, hit that subscribe button. So you have the Emperor this week as your key to the week. So this week you are needing to pull rank in some way, shape or form in all of these different areas of your life. You are going to have to take the top spot. You may have to be the person that becomes the hard line in the sand. Now, this card can also speak to law enforcement, law institutions, legal personnel. And very often it shows up as the smaller institutions that make up our society. So in some way, this could be that you're, maybe taking things in an official capacity in some way forward. For your actions and options, you've got the Tower card, right? So look, there's no getting around it. This is potentially going to be a bit more of an explosive week than you would like. It does kind of tell me that there will probably be something that rocks your foundations this week. I'm really sorry to say that. The Tower card is never an easy experience, but remember what I always say. Once the tower has fallen, whatever or whoever is left in your life, you can absolutely trust. Now, because you've got this in your actions and options, this does suggest that a move you make in some regard is potentially going to upset the apple cart. So I would just say be really mindful about some of the shifts or the changes that you're making or how you go about this. When it comes to your... oh, come on, brain. When it comes to the options that are available to you, it may be to make a sudden change or a sudden shift of some sort. Whatever plans you had, they are subject to change this week. All right, that's as much as I can tell you. When it comes to your, look, you got the Four of Swords for your communications and conversations. Interesting, because Capricorn had this same... There's this really weird phenomenon that's happening this week. The cards and the signs seem to be following each other. And obviously I use different combinations and different decks for each of the signs. So really interesting. So you've got the Emperor, number 4. You've got the Four of Swords. 2 4s represents insomnia. There is something potentially this week that is giving you sleepless nights. It looks like it's something that requires a lot of brain power from you, so you might be sort of burning the candle at both ends, as the saying goes. The other thing with that Four of Swords, you are getting there's a slowdown in communication this week, right? And with everything that's present so far, one thing that I will say to you is this might be a week to really think before you speak, which for Aquarius people is hard, right? We live in our minds, we're constant communicators, we are an air element after all, we're very adaptive, very quick, very fast, but this might not be the best week for, for verbalizing it all. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is either an idea or a foundation of some sort that you thought was solid that you realize very quickly isn't or wasn't. This might even be the industry or the arena that you're studying in, right? Maybe you're planning to go into a specific thing and then all of a sudden something happens and they say, look, we're going to be discontinuing this course next year, or something along those lines. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, bite your tongue, right? This is the week to bite your tongue. Let it all play out first and then make your move, unless obviously you can see that there's a portion, like a place of this where you're supposed to act. This was one of those times where you kind of just have to let it all play out and see where it takes you. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, keep your cards close to your chest this week. All right, before you put anything out and all the rest of it, just keep your cards close to your chest. This is not a week for any of that. When it comes to, it's not a week to be sharing everything and anything. All right. This observe, speak ye little and listen much. All right. Now, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, it is possible that this could be a funeral this week. I really hope I'm wrong on this front. It's not a guarantee and not for everybody, but it is a possibility. For your love and relations, you got the Five of Swords. So you see how this is a follow-on, right? I think it was either Sagittarius or no, I think it was Capricorn actually that had this as well. So there's like these sequences, like things for you, and actually, interestingly enough, this is like two halves of a whole, because Capricorn had the Chariot. For those of you that are Aquarians, Sun, Moon or Rising, I urge you to watch the Capricorn reading this week. And I'm going to put a little note in the Capricorn video on the comments to tell them to watch the Aquarius video. There's something about these that seem to be speaking to each other. That Five of Swords represents the... and weirdly enough, it was the same card in the same position, but a completely different deck. The Five of Swords is arguments, challenges, conflicts, issues, disputes. And because you've got it with the Tower card, that's a bust up, right? So for those of you that are single, you don't need to worry so much about this, but it does look like that bust up may come from within the family. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, there is a possibility here that you and your significant other could have a bit of a row. And this is one of those times where speak ye little and listen much. There might be not a disservice, there might be a miscommunication here of some sort. And so if you just charge in all guns blazing, shooting off your mouth, you might end up saying something in the wrong way, in the wrong context, because you don't have all of the facts. Hold back, let the chips fall first, listen to what the other person is saying, and then act. Right? And don't do this. And one thing that I will say to you, especially because you've got the Emperor as your key to the week, don't let anyone weaponize you this week. All right? And what I mean by this is, it's like, when people know, oh yeah, you'll do something about this, so I'll get you fired up about it and I'll make you be the bad person that goes in and does the thing that I want you to do, that I don't have the bollocks to do myself. All right? Don't let anyone weaponize you this week, my dear Aquarians. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Wands. Well, there is some good news, right? Your finances look to be on the pickup. Now, the Four of Wands coupled with the Emperor, this could actually show up as a promotion. It could be a boost to your business if you've got one. It could be, the Four of Wands is like a celebration of some sort that brings money or resources. Because you've got this with the Tower card, which is sudden things, this could be money, opportunities, resources, or even blessings that just find you really quick in a way that you're kind of like, okay, where the hell did this come from? Now, as you can see, you've got the Emperor, number 4, you've got the Four of Wands, you've got the Four of Swords. 3 fours represents a subject for reflection. So this week, your money and your resources are definitely up for contemplation. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Four of Wands, and because it's right next to the Emperor as well, this is your head, your face, this whole sort of general area you really want to look after this week. Look, you've got the Tower card here as well. So please, please, please watch out for your noggin and your face. Noggin is, here in the UK, we call this your noggin, your head. Or your noddle, which is my personal favourite. It reminds me of a guy I went to college with who I, at the time, daren't admit that I had a crush on, but he said it to me, he said, "Oh, use your noddle." He said it to me one day in a class, and that was kind of the moment at which I was like, oh, I got a crush on you, just because we were really silly and stupid with each other. I haven't seen him for years. I don't even know where he is now, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, after that, actually, every time I saw him, I called him Noddle. That was his nickname, and it was sweet, right? Anyway, I digress. When it comes to your home and environment, the Emperor with the Four of Wands is very good news that comes in around the home, a reason to celebrate. If you're purchasing a house, this is a reason to celebrate. If you're selling a house, this is a reason to celebrate. You get in the picture here. This is good news around the home that gives you a reason to really celebrate. Now, That being said, we do have the Tower card there, which means that there is either potentially, not for all of you, but there's a potential that there's a problem with the roof, the ceiling, or some kind of... If there's any problems with the home this week, it's going to be the roof or the ceiling. All right, there's going to be something going on with that. I hope I am. With that said, if you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.